This is the touching story of a panda who didn't give up despite losing everything. A long time ago in China, there was a giant bamboo forest. It stretched as far as the eye could see, and it was home to hundreds of pandas. The pandas ate the bamboo and slept in its shade. They were very happy there. But one day, something terrible happened. A strong wind came through the forest and broke all the bamboo. Without their food, the pandas slowly began to starve. One panda named Bo was worried about his family. He had to do something to save them. But what? Then he remembered the old stories from when he was young. The elders used to tell him about a bamboo forest far away where the bamboo never stopped growing. This forest was said to be full of delicious food for pandas. But the journey there was long and dangerous. Many pandas had tried to find this magical forest, but none had ever come back to tell the tale. Still, Bo had to try. He had no other choice. He said goodbye to his family and set off on his journey. Along the way, he met many wild animals, some nice and some not so nice. But he kept going until he finally found it. There in the distance, he saw a bamboo forest that looked even bigger than the one they had lost. Bo was so happy that he ran to it as fast as he could, and there in the middle of the forest he saw a small hut. An old panda was sitting outside the hut. Bo walked up to him and explained why he was there. The old panda listened patiently and then said, "If you want to save your people, I can help you, but it will take a long time." "How long?" asked Bo. The old panda pointed to a nearby mountain. "You must climb that mountain and bring me back a handful of soil from its peak," he said. Bo looked at the mountain. It was very tall and steep. But he didn't have a choice, so he set off to climb it. After a long and tiring journey, he reached the top and took some soil with him. Then he started to walk back down. But as he did, the ground began to shake. Rocks started falling from above, and soon there was a rockfall blocking his path. Bao was trapped, and he started to cry. But then he remembered the mission he had to finish. Quickly, he started digging with his paws to move the rocks. It took him a long time, but eventually he managed to clear a path and get out of the mountain. When he returned to the hut, the old panda examined the soil. Then he smiled and said, "You have brought us hope." He gave Bo some seeds and told him to plant them next to the hut. "Take care of these seeds and protect them. They are the key to saving your people," he said. Then he explained to Bo how he was going to grow more bamboo for the pandas. But first, Bo had to get through the night. The forest was dark and scary without the protection of the bamboo. Suddenly, a tiger appeared from behind a tree. It was hungry and ready to pounce, but Bao wasn't scared. Instead, he stood his ground and roared as loud as he could. The tiger was taken aback by Bo's bravery and ran away. From that day on, Bo continued to plant bamboo seeds. Every day he would wake up before sunrise and start digging a hole. Then he would put in a seed and cover it with soil. He repeated this every day, and after a while, the forest started to look greener. But it still wasn't the same. Some animals came by to see Bo, and they helped him plant the seeds too. But most of the pandas stayed away. They thought the forest was too dangerous to help. One day, an earthquake shook the ground. All the trees fell down, and the forest was destroyed. Once again, Bao was sad, but he knew he couldn't give up. He had to keep trying to save his home, and so he continued planting seeds day after day. Many years passed. In the old panda's hut, Bo became very old. His fur turned grey, but he never stopped working. Finally, one day he planted a seed, and it grew into a bamboo shoot. Just one little shoot, but it gave Bo hope. Maybe one day the forest would grow back if he just kept trying. One morning, Bo woke up and saw something amazing. Around the hut, all the bamboo shoots had grown into tall bamboo trees. The forest was green again. It was a beautiful sight. Suddenly, all the pandas from the village came running. They had heard that the bamboo was growing back, and they wanted to see it for themselves. When they arrived, they were so happy. All the pandas started to eat the bamboo and celebrate. They were so grateful to Bao for bringing them food once again. The old panda approached Bao and said, "It's time for me to tell you the truth. I am not a panda. I am actually the god of this forest. I was watching over you and I am very proud of you. Bo, you never gave up. You kept going even when things were tough. That is why you are the hero of this forest." The god said, "You have brought life back to this place after all the death. Now I will grant you a wish," he said. Bo thought for a moment. He looked around at all the pandas and the beautiful bamboo forest, and he realized that all he wanted was this. He wanted to live in a world where there was bamboo and pandas everywhere. So he said, "I wish for every panda in the world to have enough bamboo to eat and for our forests to be protected forever." The god was very happy to hear this. "Your wish is granted," he said. And from that day on, the pandas lived happily ever after. They had enough food and their forests were safe. And they all lived together in peace and harmony. And that is the story of how one panda's hard work and dedication saved his whole species. It teaches us that no matter how difficult things are, we should never give up. We should always keep trying to make the world a better place. Just like Bo, we should be persistent in our efforts and never lose hope. Even when we face challenges and setbacks, we should keep moving forward. Just like Bo, we should be brave and not let anything stand in the way of our goals. And if we do this, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. And that is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. If you liked this story, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing animal stories. Have a good night.